Hey guys, today I want to review Born of Shadow by Sarah Benson. Before I start this, just a little disclaimer. I received this book by the author in exchange for an honest review, and that is what this is going to be. Born of Shadow is the first book in a series that is called the Shadow Wars series, and it is a YA fantasy series with paranormal aspects and also some kind of archaeology aspects, which is not really a genre, but it plays a big part in the series, so I find it kind of important to mention. Born of Shadow is a book about 17-year-old Kami, I guess that's how you say the name, who lives together with her mother in California, and on her birthday she receives a letter from her estranged grandparents that invite her to visit them in Egypt, and she has never talked to them before. She had no contact at all to them in all of her life, so it definitely comes as a surprise. She decides to go on this adventure, learn more about a new culture and about her family, but things definitely do not go the way they are supposed to go, and she finds herself rescuing her grandparents from some strange creatures. All in all, I really enjoyed Born of Shadow. I thought it was a super unique novel. The archaeology aspects that I already mentioned were something that I have never read like that before, and it was so interesting to find out more about it. I really liked every single character. I thought they were all very unique and different, and everyone kind of had their little things, and everyone was just very different. And I even liked the main character, although it was a 17-year-old female, which normally is something that makes me rather go crazy than anything else, but I definitely enjoyed her and her thoughts. The book is kind of from two points of views. It's mainly from Kami's point of view, or from the point of view of the group she's with, but it follows another group of people, and I thought that gave the novel such an interesting twist. It was confusing as heck at first, but that was what made it so exciting, and I feel like the confusion that I had at the beginning was gone as soon as I reached the last part of the novel. I was extremely wary of the kind of romance in the book at first, because on the plane to Egypt she gets to know this boy, and it's quite obvious from the beginning where this is going, so it's not a spoiler or anything, but she trusted him pretty fast. She had some thoughts about it, but she did things that I would have never done. I can't really say much about that because I don't want to spoil any of the rest of the things, but she basically drives with him and another guy in a car after like 20 hours of knowing him, and maybe I'm paranoid, but that really freaked me out because I wouldn't have done it, and that's only one of the things. So that was honestly a thing that really bothered me. Yeah, but it might be just because I am very paranoid. Maybe people do stuff like that, but I couldn't handle it. I was like, what are you doing? You don't know who this guy is. It took me some time to kind of be okay with this relationship and kind of trust this guy, but as soon as I got over it and as soon as they got to know each other better, I really liked the chemistry between the two characters. And I think all in all that the romance was really well done, because this was one of the rare occasions where the main character actually thought this situation is shit and I shouldn't think about a boy. I'm in a new country and I'm going to fly back again in 2 weeks. I shouldn't be with this boy. Or number 3, which was the most amazing thing about this romance, was that she actually said, this is a very adrenaline driven situation. You should be careful what your real feelings are. And we do not ever get this in YA. We just don't. And I was in awe of reading that. It was so good. And this was, I think, the first time where I really thought, okay, I could totally love this romance. I thought it was really nice because you can see them kind of being attracted to each other from the very start, but it all develops quite slowly, and they are a bit like, okay, let's be careful because this is a really strange situation. And I really enjoyed that about the book. I think this was probably one of my favorite parts. Another super awesome thing about this novel was that it included the Arabian Spring, and there were people that kind of were actively taking part in this revolution. They talked a lot about it. That was so interesting because of course I heard about it on the news, but I was never someone who really followed someone's Twitter or someone's blog that was like actively in this, and we got this here, and I thought that was so interesting, and I learned a lot more about the revolution itself, but also about the way that people were treated why the revolution happened, but also before that, and some of the reasons why the revolution even happened. That was really, really cool to read. I enjoyed that a lot. Nevertheless, I have to be honest, and this is going to sound really, really strange because everything that I said now sounded basically super positive, but I still gave the book only 3 stars. It's just that I did not have this huge emotional attachment, and for me rating is a lot about emotional attachments. So if the romance or just in general the characters' experiences do not make me grasp from time to time, then it's hard for me to rate the book over 3 stars. But that's really just my personal preference. It was really just this very enjoyable read that I went through quite quickly. I learned a lot about certain things, and I am definitely invested enough so that I want to continue with the series, like definitely. But it's just that I do not feel emotionally attached at all, so I couldn't give this book more than 3 stars. Or let's say I could give the book 4 stars. I maybe give it 3.99999 stars. But yeah, overall I definitely recommend it. It's really cool, really unique, and I cannot wait to read the sequel. Definitely let me know if you're interested in picking up the novel, or maybe you have already read it. I would love to hear your comments about it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.